So, you want to do Doom in leagues, but you're just not quite there where you feel like you have the talent and the skill to do Doom the proper way. If you're like that, maybe I can help you. Using basically just Water Mage, I've made it a little bit more complicated here because, I like to make things complicated. It's what makes me happy. Things can never be simple. You've got to make it harder. So I've added in fire and some overhill, some a bunch of accuracy. Obviously, I have 40 packs. So the main things that you want to focus on is getting these, your regeneration, your big regeneration nodes, and then these big fat accuracy ones, as well as this, because you get a max roll every one tile away up to a certain extent. So it really helps you hit with magic. But I wanted to show a quick run through of Doom to show you that it is, in fact, not that difficult to kill Doom. What I've been doing is you can literally just use water magic. Or you could bring a secondary thing like your Fang. You could bring a Staff of Light and have a secondary, well, any staff basically that has good magic stats and good magic damage. And you can set the spells to where you could swap between them without needing to change the spell book. Or if you want to be complicated like me, in the middle of the fight, you could literally switch between them. But this is just to go to show you that this fight is really easy. And the main thing that people get wrong with Doom is that they try to do Doom standing far away. And then secondly, they actually worry about doing the mechanics. And the thing is with Doom is that you don't really need to do the mechanics. All you need to do is protect from, oh wow, look. With fire, this is insane. Goodbye, Doom. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go on to the next wave. So first wave, you protect you protect melee. What do you do on the second wave? You also just protect melee. And then you can switch between water and fire. Look at this. Easy. Easy game. And you just cycle back through. We're destroying him right now. That's the second wave. You keep protect from melee on, and you stay within melee range. I have marked these tiles. One interesting thing to note is that if you have not marked these tiles, you can run into a situation where, I mean, look at this damage with fire, though. It's crazy. Now, we're getting to the shield phase, right? And this is where a lot of people go wrong because they're like, I've gotta participate. And the answer to that is no, you don't. You actually don't have to participate at all with anything that Doom does, really. You can kind of just ignore all of his mechanics. Okay? Because you out-heal it all. And whenever he's not doing anything that's crazy high damage, then just switch to fire spell. Switch back. Wave 3 completed. Now, what do you do on wave 4? You protect from melee and you run into melee distance. And what this does is this prevents him from shooting the little thing up that has all the annoying projectiles that we don't want to deal with. And then if you do it like I do here, so on this, you got to go back to magic, and water magic, and you want to just get yourself up to as close to 180 HP as you can, and that way you are good and shit. You are good and shit for the yes. Oh, look at this. You are good and shit. See, we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to deal with that. We want to avoid doing the mechanics as much as possible. I actually hate the first waves because they kind of suck. Wave 5 is when things get good. And as you can see, now we are just blazing through. We're doing a bunch of damage. And you might say, what do I do now? He's going to hurt me. No, well, yes, he will. He will, in fact. That is a factual statement. But look, I found in the car phase, literally just don't do any of the mechanics except for watch for if he prays something. Get back into melee range. You want to stay in melee range so you don't have to do anything. And then if you can't, then just pray the things that are going to hit you and you're good to go. So when you get into wave 6, you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to protect from melee and just stay in melee range. Oh no. Oh no, I've been venomed. It's all over now. It's not though. Should be okay here. And basically, you just keep attacking him. You can ignore the slugs. They're kind of useless. And then when he gets into car phase, just watch the prayers that he shoots at you, the little projectiles. So you can ignore all of that and you just pray those two, right? So he's going to charge again and pray magic, pray range that time. The blue one is magic. And then you want to stay in melee range, right? And go protect from melee again. And you'll just beam him down. But the main thing is don't try to avoid any of the damage. Just use water magic and descend. You don't need the fire magic. You can completely ignore the grubs. Protect from melee. Hit him with all you got. He will eventually go into his charge phase. You just want to keep your health. If you want to, you can kill these. It's not a big point to doing it, but like I said, you can do whatever you want to do. The main thing is when he goes into his car phase here, you want to do as much damage as possible. Because he can do a lot. And I have found that if you just pray, usually just by doing the pray correctly and not moving, you do the maximum amount of damage to where you just kill him before he ever gets into the next phase. Because he can actually do a lot of damage depending on what you're dealing with here on that last phase. And I like to mark these tiles because technically speaking, as long as you're somewhere in this melee range, right, then it's perfect. And this goes to show you that even with Venom, you shouldn't be able to die. You don't even need to bring anything to fix for Venom. Uh-oh. Now, see, I kind of screwed up here because I did so much damage that he is now doing the stomp phase first. But as you can see, if you've got the correct build, you can literally just heal through all of that. Doesn't really need, you don't really need to participate in anything that uh, he wants you to deal with. You don't have to do any of the mechanics. It's a little bit annoying if he does that phase first. But basically, if you do too much damage to him, he will sometimes skip car phase. And you want him to do car phase. So, what you really want to try and do here is do a decent bit of damage to him, keep your health up, and on these later waves, you can actually just attack the grubs because you want him to get into car phase, right? Oh, I did it again where he's not going to do what I want him to do. So it kind of prolongs the phase. But it's okay. It's all good. Just keep attacking him. You just heal through all of his BS. Now he's gonna do his car phase. You run 2 tiles. You can just sit over here and heal through all of the damage that he does. Now that's why I said you kind of have to watch for your prayers, because there is a possibility that he can combo you out right there. Red projectile is protect melee. Blue is going to be protect magic. And the green one is protect missiles. Let's descend. The only thing with this strategy is that at some point you are going to run into an issue where you're going to run out of room. So this is the perfect situation. What you want right here, what's happening right now, you want Doom to get put in a situation where he's whoop, I died. So see, you can die. If you get too low on health, you can indeed die. But what I would recommend is just keep pushing for it. I haven't done it in like a week or two. And it's probably better to die than to try and like finish out the run per se. If you don't get a drop, then I would just keep going deeper and deeper until you do die. Unless it's just like you feel like you cannot get a completion. But you can get comboed out if you're not careful and you don't keep your health at maximum health in those later delves. You could do 1 through 8. Some people say that it's bugged and that you don't get good loot in the deeper delves. I had mixed results. I got multiple things from the lower waves 1 through 8, but then I also got the pet and my treads in deeper delves, as well as an Eye of Ayak, but I got 3 eyes. So that's the basic premise of it. If you don't do melee, right? If you don't stay within melee, then now you have to do the whole fight. Okay? It's going to do whatever it's going to do, and you're going to have to pray against it. If you're bad, it could be pretty rough. So, I don't know. It's up to you whether you want to actually learn how to do the fight. But to me, look at how much worse this is. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Just sit here in melee range. If you have thorns, he'll do damage to himself. And you just do this. It's so easy. You do this the whole time. And if you spam the spells correctly, it makes it so easy. And one other thing is that you can go over to Mortania to a Raxor's lair. Oh. Let's let's claim and leave. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to leave my loot game. Go over to a Raxor here. And this is what I've been using to cure my venom. So you can literally just sit here with auto retaliate on. You'll kill a bunch of the spiders. If you have thorns, they die even faster, right? And then you can pick these Araxite venom sacks up after a while. Sometimes they'll drop in bigger stacks where like there'll be multiple, like there's a 3 stack there. So if you're lazy, you just pick up the ones that are multiple stacks. Any of the single stacks, you just leave them. And then whenever you get venomed, you just have it here. You eat it. It does a little bit of damage to you, but it fixes the venom, right? Easy peasy. So that's what I would recommend to deal with the venom. That's what I was using when I was doing it. If I could be asked, but I did a bunch of delves, right? And the easiest way is, let's go look at high scores over here. How many deep delves did I do? Where is it? Where is it? Let me show you. Oh, so I did 122 deep delves. Or you could go look in the but yeah, that's what you do here, and then you just pick up the sacks. You could pick up all the single ones too, but especially if you kill the larger versions, these 146s, right? You can basically indefinitely sit here and you'll get all of that. It's great. Bring that into Doom, then that kind of solves the problem of you accidentally taking like a 20 and then getting stacked out with lots of other things. Just protect from melee the whole time, and you're good to go. I will show you this real quick so you can see. Total delves 449, deep delves 124, deepest delve was like 19. And I got another eye. I have one more than that, but I basically just risked it because at that point I'd already gotten multiple, and I was like, I just want to try and get the treads. Now, one thing to remember though is if you just go till you die, you won't get demonic tears. And if you did take Asgarnia and you are going to be able to make the treads, you need 4,000 tears per boot that you put into the tread. So you need 12,000 tears in total. So I'd recommend that you take those tears when you can and just reset more often. Don't don't go till you die like I was doing. If I didn't get a drop, I just kept going till I died. And that's basically it. It's nothing too crazy. Doom's super easy. Just protect melee and use water magic, and you will go through all of it taking basically no damage. I hope this helps. Peace.